We're going to move forward. We've got some candidates here today, and we're going to start with our congressional candidate, a gentleman who has become a very good friend of mine over this course of who knew I was going to get into politics. He was one of the first candidates that I actually got to get to know and get it through our vetting process, and we had a interesting challenge in his district, and 3 candidates, and through a learning process of how to vet, endorse, and set up debates, and get to the crux of what we want as a candidate. This candidate was my mentor and leader, and taught me very, very much. And I'd like to introduce you to the congressional candidate for the 53rd District, running against Susan Davis.
Folks, this is the time that all warriors relish. Yeah. We have them right where we want them, right in front of us. Yep. This is the time. We're going to decide right now. This year we are going to decide what kind of country do we have. We're going to decide if we have a political class or a ruling class. We're going to decide if it's we the people or them. Yeah. It's clear. And I'm telling you right now, as you go out precinct walking, don't be fooled. This battle is ours. They cannot wait to vote. The health care debate, the health care battle, remember this. It was Democrats fighting Democrats. We couldn't stop anything in Congress. We didn't have the power to even stop a debate. We couldn't even put in an amendment. And they could not get it passed for a year because Democrats knew. They woke up one day and said, "What? Are you kidding?" It's like dad coming home and the kids threw a party. I mean, these folks, America is now quite aware. We need to send thank you cards to President Insane Obama. This man has, him and Nancy Pelosi, they have created an atmosphere that I have not seen since Jimmy Carter. So when I think of President Obama, I say, "Welcome back, Carter." This is it. I mean, it took a Jimmy Carter to get us Ronald Reagan. It took a Jimmy Carter. It is now time for us to prepare ourselves for our Ronald Reagan. It is time. So when you're out there in the precinct walking, you're making phone calls, you're talking about candidates, do not be afraid to talk about Democrats and tell them who we are. Because they are equally tired, if not more so. That's right. They're the ones who've been abused. They're the ones who've been lied to. They're the ones who've been cheated. And the demographics no longer exist. They're not important. I don't care how many Democrats or Republicans are registered. I don't care about how young or old they are. I don't care about the sexual orientation. I don't care. You know why? Every person, rich and poor, white and black, straight and gay and sideways, every person have a 401k program down 30%. Right. Every person has a home mortgage, the home value down 35%. Right. Every person's laying in bed at night and staring at the ceiling in cold sweat, thinking about their job or their business. Everyone is tired and frustrated and upset, and they're angry. And like every abused person, they're looking for a savior. Like every abused person, they will identify with the abuser until the rescuer comes. Our job, folks, is to present ourselves as a safe house. Like an abused woman, if you call the police on her while she's being attacked or he's beating her, the cops can pull her off of her and she'll fight the police. She'll fight the police because she doesn't think he's going to stay there. She knows she got to deal with him. But like every abused person, when you get tired of being abused, you look for a safe house. This, iCaucus, is a safe house. Bring them here. This is on my campaign. I a couple of things now. We have opened a campaign headquarters at 411 El Camino Real South, room 106. We got 5 officers there. We're gonna put phone banks in. If you go up 163 from Highway 8, you seen it? Highway 8 up into Hillcrest and going downtown. Right there where Bally's is and TJIF, you will see a huge sign on that retaining wall. It says, "See Mason, we were for Congress." Alongside of it, another sign that says, "Fire Susan Davis." 200,000 people a day pass that sign. Every day. Also, we have a debate. It's a Tuesday. They call it a debate. They do the best they can, the opponents. It's going to be at the Coronado Golf Club. I think it's Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday night. We need as many people there as possible. Tell them you're with Mason Weaver, and they'll give you a table. We can sit by ourselves, sit among each other, among friends. And I have all these. Good. See, I am no longer a human. I'm a commodity. I'm told when to go, what to go. But folks, I have been all over this country, and I'm telling you, in spite of the garbage they're telling you, in spite, if you listen to the press, you are depressed. In spite of the lies, America understands this is the time. They know they have one more election cycle. They know that Obama expects to give 20 million illegal aliens the right to vote, and they won't care what you do about that. They know that 5 million felons are sitting there ready to vote. They know that. They know they have skipped, they got lazy with Al Gore. We got away with it. We got careful with John Kerry, and he didn't get in. And now we've been calling for a king, and they gave us Saul. People are suffering, and we know we're suffering. If we give the people a choice today, this election, we will wipe these clowns out of office. We will bring in constitutional judges, constitutional legislators. Tonight, I am posting on my website the first bill I will introduce in Congress.
All right.
As I promised I would do when I ran for this, my first announcement. I am posting tonight the first bill. It's really simple. You take the TARP money, both obligated and allocated, and you stop it. You cancel the contracts. You pull back the deals, and you put that money back in the treasury. You put the money back in your pocket, allow you, the only people capable of getting us out of recession, the American people. Our founding fathers set up for us a great nation and a great system that made us the most prosperous nation on this planet. We could not be who we are if they were not who they were. Let's make sure our children can stand here in the future and say the same thing about us. God bless you.